Alisson's 5 best Liverpool performances. Ranked. Alisson among world's best goalkeepers since joining Liverpool. Brazilian renowned for his reflexes and 1v1 abilities. 32-year-old has produced some astonishing displays over the years. Few signings have been more transformative in Liverpool's modern history than Alisson. Having long suffered with inconsistent and error-prone goalkeepers, the Reds eventually splashed the cash on the Brazilian in 2018 as Jurgen Klopp began forming his super squad. It didn't take long to establish himself as one of the world's greatest stoppers. Liverpool's immense success over recent years has been partially built on a formidable defensive spine, with Alisson proving an era-defining signing. He has enjoyed countless match-winning performances during his time on Merseyside and rightfully takes his place among the pantheon of all-time club legends. Here are Alisson's 5 best performances in a Liverpool shirt. 5. Liverpool 1-0 Napoli, November 12, 18. If we were ranking Alisson's most important saves, then this would take top spot. Liverpool needed victory at home to Napoli during the final game of the 2018-19 Champions League group stage to progress, and Mohamed Salah had offered them a 1-goal advantage during a largely dominant performance. But the Reds failed to put their Italian visitors to bed, and nerves began to set in around Anfield in the closing stages. Those jitters transferred to the pitch as Napoli pushed frantically for an equalizer, with some sloppy defending allowing Arkadiusz Milik a glorious opportunity to become the hero in the 4th minute of stoppage time. But it was Alisson who would steal the plaudits instead, stretching every fiber of his being to rebuff Milik's effort from just 8 yards as Liverpool booked their spot in the knockout rounds. 4. Liverpool 4-0 Barcelona, July 5, 19. Liverpool's narrow victory over Napoli offered them their route into the knockouts, which eventually saw them pitted against Barcelona in the semi-finals. Having been beaten 3-0 during the first leg at Camp Nou, the Reds proceeded to produce one of the greatest comebacks in Champions League history as they beat their Catalan visitors 4-0 at Anfield. We all know the story of this fabled triumph, but few remember the significant part Alisson played in their progression to the final. With the away goals rule still active at the time, a Barcelona strike would have required Liverpool to score 5, but their defense held firm to keep a hugely significant clean sheet up against former players Luis Suarez and Philippe Coutinho, as well as Lionel Messi, of course. Alisson produced 5 saves, all of which came from shots inside the penalty area, to keep Barcelona at bay, as well as 6 recoveries as Liverpool staged a miraculous turnaround. 3. Tottenham 0-2 Liverpool, January 6, 19. Having been essential in Liverpool's journey to the final, Alisson produced another sterling performance in the showpiece event. The Reds' 2-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur was far from a vintage European encounter, with Klopp's side happy to sit back on their early lead and rely on the spursiness of their opposition. But Liverpool were still dependent on the sprawling saves of their South American stopper, who rebuffed 8 Tottenham efforts en route to lifting the trophy. While they were not the greatest individual saves of his career, Alisson showed immense composure on the big stage to deny teasing efforts from Christian Eriksen, Son Heung-min, and Lucas Moura as Liverpool secured a 6th European crown. 2. West Brom 1-2 Liverpool, May 16, 21. Towards the death of the 2020-21 season, Alisson proved he can provide miracles in both boxes. Liverpool's Premier League title defense had not gone to plan following Virgil van Dijk's lengthy injury layoff, and the Reds were left clambering for Champions League qualification come the end of the campaign. A trip to West Bromwich Albion appeared set to dent their top 4 aspirations, with the encounter tied 1-1 heading into stoppage time. But Alisson showcased his leaping ability in the West Brom penalty area in the 5th minute of stoppage time, rising above the home defense and redirecting a sumptuous header into the far corner to secure the unlikeliest of wins. Liverpool went on to finish 3rd before reaching the Champions League final the following season. 1. Paris Saint-Germain 0-1 Liverpool, May 3, 25. It was probably the performance of my life, Alisson admitted after the final whistle of Liverpool's smash-and-grab Champions League victory over Paris Saint-Germain. How can we argue with the 32-year-old? Liverpool left the first leg of their last 16 tie with the French side battered and bruised after a relentless onslaught on their goal, but still somehow walked away with victory after Harvey Elliott snatched victory for the traveling Reds late in proceedings. However, there would have been no match left to win had it not been for the heroics of Alisson. He made 9 saves, several of which were simply astonishing, managed 11 recoveries and prevented 2.26 goals in Paris as Liverpool inexplicably kept a clean sheet. It was not only the best individual showing of Alisson's career, it was one of the all-time goalkeeping masterclasses in the Champions League.